Hi friends, welcome to another video on TutorialsPoint with me, Richa. Today in this particular segment of the aviation module, we'll talk about abnormal happenings. Well, a life of a flight crew, a cabin crew as well as a pilot is not all hunky-dory. It's not all glamorous. There are a lot of risks involved, and when a crew gets up in the morning to report for duty, it is a difficult task because she doesn't know whether she'll return back home in a alive state or a dead state. Well, having so many risks involved, that is the reason why a cabin crew's salary is paid at a peak. The reason being that they are endangering their life, and that is the reason it is not only about glamour, it is about a lot of abnormal happenings and risk. Well friends, in today's module, let's understand what is on the agenda. We will talk about what exactly are abnormal situations, what is a hijack situation, a fire situation, crash landing and ditching procedures. We will also talk about rapid decompression, which is the fall of cabin pressure inside the aircraft, as well as the crew responsibility during these situations. Well, I'm very excited to teach you this particular module. So friends, if we have to talk about abnormal situations, what exactly is abnormal? Well, of course, abnormal is opposite of normal. So whatever you expect under normal situation, those do not happen under abnormal situation. If we have to define it, an abnormal situation is one in which the safety of the aircraft or of the persons on board as well as on the ground of the aircraft can be endangered due to any particular reason. Now, endangering of the aircraft as well as the people can be disastrous, and that is why it is abnormal situation. Well, during an emergency, a cabin crew needs to be prepared thoroughly because that is the time when she has to take important decisions and judgments. Let's see how a crew can really prepare herself under these emergency or abnormal situations. In the event of an emergency, a crew is judged on the response and how do they really conduct themselves. They need to be calm and poised during an emergency. Passengers look up to the crew and hence they need to look very confident about themselves. The hours during the emergency as well as after the emergency are very emotionally charged, and they can be often confusing. In an emergency, a person, it can be a crew, flight deck or as well as a cabin crew, they are checked on their emotions because emergency is very confusing. So that is the time a crew really needs to be on guard. Do not release any kind of inaccurate or premature information. Well, passengers will be very panicked in an emergency or abnormal situation, and the crew should never ever give out information which is inaccurate or she doesn't have too much information about that particular thing. Respond with urgency to all reasonable requests. Well, she needs to do that job of hers. Keep track of all the commitments and ensure that these commitments are met. Maintain clear, regular communication with the company responders. While in an emergency or abnormal situation, there will be people from media, there will be company spokespeople and stakeholders, and a crew needs to have a very good communication with all such kind of people. Exercise patience, and she has to set an example for the other people. So that's how a crew can really prepare herself during an emergency. Talking about an emergency calls for shouting brace commands. What is brace? Brace is you're telling the passengers to be ready for an impact. Now, when an aircraft lands either on the ground or in the water, there is a big impact. Now, that impact can make passengers get injured as well as crew get injured. Crew needs to prepare herself by sitting in a brace position like this. What is a brace position? Her hands are underneath her thighs and she is looking straight up as well as her back is completely positioned strongly against the crew jump seat. That is the position of brace for a cabin crew, for the simple reason that she will not hurt herself or injure herself during an impact of an emergency. She needs to shout out, as you can see in this particular diagram, she is shouting the brace command as soon as the aircraft touches the ground. She needs to keep shouting brace till the time the aircraft comes to a complete stop and the captain gives the instruction, cabin crew evacuate. Till that time, she will keep on shouting brace command in a very loud and clear voice. Well, there can be a situation of smoke inside the cabin. Smoke is not good for the passengers because when they inhale all this toxic, air, they can become unconscious, faint, etc. So what happens when there is smoke inside the cabin? What the cabin crew needs to do is immediately open the door of the aircraft, make sure that the slide comes off the aircraft, and she needs to evacuate passengers because friends, whenever there is an impact of an emergency, passengers have only 90 seconds, that is only 1.5 minutes to leave the aircraft before the aircraft comes to a complete ball of fire or turns into flames. So that is only 90 seconds which a passenger has to evacuate, and crew needs to make sure whenever there is smoke in the cabin, she needs to open the door and evacuate the passengers as soon as possible. Coming to how does the evacuation happen? Well, there are slide evacuations. Each and every door of the aircraft, if there are 4 doors or 6 doors inside the aircraft, are having these slides which are inflatable. As soon as the door is opened in the armed position, these slides will come out automatically, and they take about 15 seconds to touch the ground. Once these slides touch the ground, the passengers need to evacuate by sitting, sitting in an upright position and having their arms across their chest, and they need to slide down these slides. There will be people, 1 or 2 people, to help you out come off the slide. Now this can be a very panicky situation because a lot of passengers might feel a little scared to slide down this slide raft. Well, you need to literally push the passengers if they are feeling scared, because they might be holding other passengers who are standing in the queue. And remember friends, there are only 90 seconds to evacuate. Until and unless you don't do that, the aircraft can really burn and completely be engulfed by flames. Well, if there might be a situation wherein you need to come out or slide down through the wings of the aircraft. Now this is a similar position to that of a slide raft. The only difference being that on the wings there are no slide rafts. So they need to literally slide down the wings, like you can see in this particular diagram. The passenger needs to again sit with the arms crossed around the chest, sit and slide through the wing area of the aircraft, and the people will be there, passengers or crew will be there down to help them get off the wing. So these are reasons, or these are things that a particular crew needs to keep in mind. Evacuation needs to be very quick, and you need to shout out your brace commands. Make sure that people are following your instructions. Well, crash landing, friends, is landing on land. When there is an emergency on land or on ground, it is known as crash landing. As you can see over here, an aircraft can come to complete stop on an emergency on ground, and it can burst into flames. Now, for that particular reason, a crew has to make sure whenever there is a crash landing, she is able to support the passengers out of the aircraft as soon as the aircraft comes to a complete stop, and the crew gives, or rather the captain gives instruction that you can evacuate the passengers. So all the doors of the aircraft will be having these slides, and they need to come out through the slides. Well, ditching is coming on an emergency on water. It can be an ocean, it can be sea, etc. Well, ditching is a very, very scary situation, and very few chances of passengers actually surviving in ditching. Well, in a ditching, the slides will of course be converted into rafts, and they can be used as flotation on the particular sea or ocean, etc. So in a ditching situation, it's important that airlines have certain protocols and requirements. Let's take a look at them. A ditching procedure, as you can see over here, people have life jackets to make them float, etc. So preparation of an evacuation on water is what ditching is all about. In a prepared ditching, the cabin, the passengers and the cabin crew involve the same procedure as that of the land, but there are certain guidelines or protocols that need to be kept in mind while a ditching procedure. Passengers should be informed over PA system. PA is public address, about the ditching procedure. So you need to inform the passengers that you're going to be landing into not ground but on water. So they need to be informed about it. The cabin crew should demonstrate how to wear a life jacket, how to inflate a life jacket. She also needs to inform the passengers that they need to inflate the life jacket only when they are exiting the aircraft and not before. Otherwise, it will rather impair the movement of the person. They should make sure that the passengers have correctly put on the life jacket and they understand how it has to be inflated. If it does not inflate automatically, you need to blow into the red tubes on the side. That will help the life jacket to be inflated. Passengers should be reminded that they need to inflate the life jacket only while they are exiting or leaving the aircraft. Water is not a soft service and it can have rather a considerable damage to the fuselage can be expected. So you need to be aware that even when you land into water, it can be a dangerous situation and passengers need to be moved away from the aircraft which has landed on water. Well, a certain mandatory requirement for any aircraft which is flying over water is you need to have passenger life jackets. For each and every passenger, the life jacket is under their seat. The crew needs to have life jackets, definitely. Passengers need to have seat cushions. Now, in certain airlines, they don't have life jacket, but they use passenger seat cushions as a flotation device. So that can be one of the things which can be used. Slides are important because they can be converted into rafts. And survival kit and ELT. ELT is your electronic transmitter locator, and hence it's important that survival kits are things which passengers can use inside, when they are on water, when they have to use any kind of medicines, first aid kits, etc., then survival kits are there. Friends, hijack can be a very dangerous situation for passengers as well as crew. What exactly is a hijack? Aircraft hijacking is an unlawful seizure of an aircraft by an individual or a group of people. So whenever there is a threat of hijack, it can be very endangering to the passenger as well as crew. Well, in India, there are certain protocols to be followed with regards to hijack situation. So let's take a look at them. Well, any attempt to hijack will be considered as an act of aggression against the country and will prompt a response fit for an aggressor. So it is definitely not a normal situation and it can be triggered against the aggression of the person who is doing it. Hijackers, if they are captured alive, will be put on trial, convicted, and they can be even sentenced to death. That is the protocol which India follows. Hijackers will be engaged in negotiations only to bring an incident to an end, to comfort the passengers and to prevent the loss of life. So a lot of times a hijacker is negotiating with the country to release certain prisoners or for whatever other reason. Yes, the country people or the Prime Minister will definitely negotiate with them just for the sake of not having loss of passengers' lives. The hijacker plane will be shot down if it is deemed to become a missile heading for strategic targets. If they're trying to target a particular thing, the hijacked plane will be shot down, and that is the rule given out by the government of India. The hijacked plane will be escorted by an armed fighter aircraft and will be forced to land. A hijacked ground plane will not be allowed to take off under any circumstance. So if an aircraft is on ground and it has been hijacked, the government of India says that they have to be they will not be allowed to take off under any circumstances. So the negotiations will be on, but they will not be allowed to take off. Well, friends, that brings us to a conclusion on this particular module under the aviation segment of abnormal happenings or abnormal situations. We hope you've enjoyed listening to this particular module. Thank you very much for watching us and listening to us.